On this episode of Rare Loot.
This is one of the first fighting games ever for the Dragon Ball franchise.
No way!
Oh my gosh, you found it!
We're going on a quest to hunt down pop culture's ultimate holy grail collectibles. This is IGN's Rare Loot.
Presented by Nitsa. Put the phone away or pay.
Breaker 19, this is Bravo. What's your 20? Over.
10-4, Sydney. I'm heading westbound towards the arcade.
Alan?
Sorry, I think my Frieza needs a new battery.
Yeah, I was gonna ask why you have Dragon Ball Z walkie-talkies, and then I realized, of course you do.
Can't help it, there's so much like weird and awesome Dragon Ball Z merch. Like this Goku that comes with a bazooka for some reason.
Why does Goku need a bazooka?
I have no idea, but it absolutely rips.
Created by the legendary Akira Toriyama, Dragon Ball began as a serialized manga in a 1984 issue of Weekly Shonen Jump. 40 years later, the Dragon Ball fandom is still going strong, and vintage action figures from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s are now highly sought after collector's items.
So if you had to choose, would you say you have a Dragon Ball Z Holy Grail?
Yes. So Irwin Toy back in the early 2000s made this awesome line of Dragon Ball Z vehicles. The one that I always wanted but never got was the Dragon Ball Z Time Capsule Trunks.
The Dragon Ball Z Time Capsule was manufactured by Irwin Toy in 2001, a Canadian company that scooped up the DBZ license at a time when it was a totally unproven property in the West. The Time Capsule actually featured a launching missile, not a thing the vehicle did at any point, but hey, why not? It also came with an exclusive 5-inch action figure of Trunks, who was always my favorite as a kid.
What is it about Trunks that resonates with you so much?
He's just like the definition of cool.
My name is Trunks. I traveled here in a time machine 20 years from the future.
Half Saiyan, half human, Trunks travels from a dystopian future to save Goku and his friends from killer androids. When he first shows up, he slices Frieza in half with a sword like it's no big deal. He immediately became my favorite character, and I started collecting a bunch of his toys.
So I have an idea. I think I know where we can find a Time Capsule Trunks.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Shall we? Let's go. Let's go check it
What are
out.
we waiting for?
Now that we've hit the road, it's time for a quick safety check, presented by Nitsa. Collecting can be a fun hobby, but one thing you don't want to collect is a ticket. Driving while using a cell phone can have life-changing consequences. It's not long before you can cause a crash, get a ticket, veer off the road, or kill someone. So remember, put the phone away or pay.
Wow, this place is incredible.
Yeah, isn't it? I mean, they have everything. They have retro video games, they have action figures. So if anywhere's gonna have the time capsule, it'll be here.
Whoa, no way! This is Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden. This is one of the first fighting games ever for the Dragon Ball franchise. Dragon Ball Z Super Butoden was released in Japan on Super Famicom by Bandai in 1993. It didn't make its way into the States until 2018, when it was included as a pre-order bonus for Dragon Ball FighterZ on the Nintendo Switch. The roster featured Goku, Vegeta, Dr. Gero, Piccolo, Frieza, Android 16, Android 18, and Cell, but there were plenty of unlockable characters too, including the man of the hour, Trunks.
Well, speaking of Trunks, this obviously isn't the time capsule, but I feel like we're on the right path. Shall we keep hunting?
Yeah, let's do it. Whoa, look at this guy.
Oh my gosh, he's huge.
Yeah, so I think this is part of Irwin Toy's Supersized Warriors line from the late 90s. Irwin Toy's Supersized Warriors stood 16 inches tall, making them some of the biggest Dragon Ball Z figures ever made. Just like a lot of Irwin's original figures, this Super Saiyan Vegito was actually a re-release of an existing figure from AB Group, a French company that distributed Dragon Ball toys to European markets.
Well, he has cool earrings.
So those are Potara earrings. This is Vegito, who is a fusion of Goku and Vegeta. Not to be confused with Gogeta, obviously.
Of course not.
Yeah.
In the Dragon Ball Z universe, two beings confused together, most notably by either performing a synchronized Metamaran dance, which is how you get Gogeta, or by putting Potara earrings on opposite ears, which is how you get Vegito.
All right!
So we have Goku, we have Vegito, Goku and Gohan. Who's Cyborg 13?
So I think that's supposed to be Super Android 13. Super Android 13 first appeared in the film Dragon Ball Z Super Android 13, a technically non-canon DBZ movie that hit Japanese theaters in 1992. In the film, it's revealed that Dr. Giroux's underground supercomputer continued building Saiyan hunting androids even after his death. One of his posthumous creations, Android 13, ends up absorbing androids 14 and 15 and then transforms into this guy, Super Android 13, or according to this figure's localization error, Cyborg 13. This was probably pretty confusing for kids in the States because that movie didn't come out until 2003 in the United States.
Oh.
But this came out in the late 90s.
Oh, wow. So this was like a really big spoiler.
A huge spoiler, which actually wasn't that uncommon for these early Dragon Ball figures.
Huh, I wasn't expecting a history lesson today, but thank you.
Yeah.
Let's keep looking.
Okay.
I feel like we're close. Like if it's gonna be anywhere in the time capsule, it's gonna be over here.
No way!
Oh my gosh, you found it!
Before bills, before deadlines, before the weight of the world, there was the Dragon Ball Z time capsule trunks. This isn't just a piece of plastic. This is the smell of fresh cut grass during summer break, power levels screamed at the top of our lungs, friendships forged over who got to be Vegeta and who had to be Krillin. In this moment, I'm a kid again.
I never thought I'd actually see one of these in person. I need to buy it and figure out what's inside.
Well, yeah.
All right.
It's here.
What's inside? I'm so excited.
Okay.
All right. So it opens over here. We're gonna pull it out, and of course, there's my boy Trunks. And then, of course, the big ticket item.
Oh my gosh, that thing's huge.
It is huge. Look at this thing. So this is the set exclusive 5-inch Trunks figure. This is the only way you could get this figurine. He's got a space for a sword right here, which you can actually pull out, I think, if you just twist his head a little bit.
Oh.
So that fits in right here.
Oh yeah, my man's ready to go. Oh my gosh, wait.
You can close this up.
How long do you think he's been waiting to get back in the cockpit?
I can only imagine how long he's been in this box, just waiting. So all you have to do is press this button, and it'll launch that missile.
I'm honored.
3.
Oh, no, sorry, we're just going. Oh.
The authentic launch sound. So he goes, my planet needs me. Sydney, I cannot thank you enough. You made 10-year-old me very happy today.
Yeah, well, thank you for all of the Dragon Ball information. I feel like an expert now.
Yeah, well, hey, next time, let's find your Holy Grail, yeah?
Please, yes.
But first, can you help me pack this thing, though?
I guess.
All right, cool.
Thanks so much to Nitsa for coming along on this ride and for reminding us about the dangers of driving distracted. No one wants to get a ticket or even worse, cause a crash. So put the phone away or pay.
Next time on Rare Loot.
You think you could take Charizard?
Yeah, of course, don't you?
No.
Oh, there it is!
I can't believe it's in my hand.
For everything else, toys, collectibles, and video games, keep it locked to IGN.